Welcome to another edition of International Soccer Break. We are covering the African Cup of Nations. I'm your host, Sahil. I'm here with Rahi. We're jamming out to a little Ricardo Banks right now because our boys from Nigeria got it done.
Super Eagles, they're flying high. This one feels different. I wish I win Lagos tonight, man. That's where I want to be. Big victory. Professional performance from the Super Eagles. 1-0. They love this score. They really do. But they don't concede. They don't concede goals. Professional, impressive.
All right, let's just start off with this one. Let's get into it, Niger fans. We got to talk about the Super Eagles. For those that don't know, my co-host here, Rahi, was a young boy and a big Nigeria fan. He does have a Super Eagles throwback jersey somewhere. We're still trying to find it. It is.
No, I'm saving it. I don't want to jinx it. I'm saving it for the final. So I've donned a little bit of a green here. So I'm progressing towards that point at which I'll throw it on. Because as all people that watch Nigeria know, you never want to get too excited, because the minute you get too excited, that's the minute they let you down.
Yes.
I have very distinct memories of 1998, that World Cup. After beating Spain, you thought they were going to take on the world. And then that loss to Denmark, we won't talk about that one. But right now, where this team is now, they look like solid favorites. And there's a couple reasons for that. They're getting contributions from everyone on the team. Lookman scores again. For me, the player of the match, Moses Simon, I think was impressive throughout. Relentless down the wing. Iwobi was excellent. So they're getting contributions from all over, and they don't concede.
Yeah. Moses Simon was on a next level this match. He was like,
unbelievable.
He was on one, man. I don't know what he was on. I don't know what he had before the match, but that was a performance by that man.
Yeah, and if you look back at the 92nd, 93rd minute, he's still running the wing on that left channel, still able to beat defender after defender. That's the drive and the commitment that we have seen at times from Nigeria, but it seems to be very different this tournament. It seems they've also got some luck going their way, no doubt. We have to talk about those two chances for Angola that could have really changed the game.
Like, look, for those Angola fans out there, I have to give credit. This is a good team. For those who say, "Oh, Nigeria," no, this is a good team. I mean, Mabalulu also, that player is a fantastic player as well.
He's a force. But if he puts away that early chance, it could be a different game, right?
Yeah.
Two big chances. His chance and the chance in the second half that comes off the inside of the post. Zini, that one, if that goes in two at that point, it's a different game. It's 1-1.
Yeah.
But Nigeria were the better team, but they did ride their luck a bit. But you have to be lucky in a tournament like this.
Yeah, I mean, in the African Cup of Nations, these are all top squads. And so what I was trying to get at is, this is a tough game that Nigeria had. This was not an easy match at all. And the fact that they were able to grind it out, when we're talking about a little Ricardo Banks feel different, that's what I mean. It feels different, this tournament, because previously, this is where Nigeria would falter. And they're not faltering. They're finding ways to get these results.
Exactly. And the word you use is grinding it out. And that's big. Something we haven't always seen from this team is being able to grind through results and be professional. They've been very professional in each of these performances. In the end, the scoreline's not that impressive, right? It's a good Angola team. It's not an impressive scoreline, but they did what they needed to do. They were the better side. They attacked and they defended very, very well against a good opponent.
Yeah, it's really the only irony in all this is Victor Osimhen still can't buy a goal, looks like, without, gets an offside.
He doesn't need to. That's the thing, right? Every time he gets called offsides, for every single goal gets disallowed. But it doesn't matter because Lookman scores again, right?
Yeah.
Moses Simon creates the goal, creates attack after attack. Iwobi looks excellent. So for me, at some point, Osimhen is going to get that pivotal goal. And it's coming. And it's to Nigeria's advantage that it hasn't come yet. I mean, he scored once, but he hasn't had the big moment.
Yeah. Like we said, I think this team is firing at all cylinders, and I think they're improving every match. And that's I think what's the key, right? As you go through these tournaments, the togetherness becomes stronger over time. I will say this. The next match is a little bit of a tricky match because they're going to come in as heavy favorites, whether it's South Africa, whether it's Cape Verde, either of those teams, Nigeria is going to be heavy favorites. And it's in those type of matches that Nigeria tends to struggle a little bit, I think.
Yeah, and you look at what South Africa did to Morocco, sitting back, picking their moments. And look, this game could have been different had Angola taken those couple chances they had, and that could really change the game. So Nigeria is still a little susceptible at the back. We'll see. We'll see. That's a tricky next game. It's because, like you said, it's not the marquee matchup. They're going to get, I think, at some point, Mali or Ivory Coast, perhaps in the final. But right now, the next game, they can't overlook the next opponent, and they might be in danger of doing that.
Yeah. So all our Nigerian fans out there, let us know how the parties were last night in Lagos, man, because we gotta come through, and this is the tournament. This is the AFCON tournament to win for Nigeria, and this is the best
seas have parted for Nigeria. Last time, 2013 was the last one against Burkina Faso. I remember that final, but so it's been a long time. It's been a long time for Nigeria, and it feels like this could be the year.
Yeah, it definitely feels different, as we've been saying. But okay, before we finish, I do want to talk about briefly. I know Nigeria fans, you guys were out there celebrating, but there was another match out there, in the quarters, and this is about DR Congo. And this is one team that's kind of sneaked under the radar. And I said it from the beginning. I like the way that this team is balanced.
Yeah,
they scored some fantastic goals, and they showed resilience after being down a goal with the penalty. Their captain coming through after giving away the penalty and then scoring himself to tie up the match, and then that just set the tone. So this is a very talented team. A lot of French-born players playing in top leagues. They got a couple guys who are very serious, and then talk about the free kick at the end of the match.
I mean, it's an impressive resiliency from DR Congo, because really to go down early after creating chances to really go down against the run of play, but to keep coming. They kept coming. Eventually were rewarded, and then get the penalty in the second half. And then that incredible free kick. I mean, the vision to pull that off. You saw that. He knew he was going to do that from the very beginning. And there's a pause. The referee's waiting, blows the whistle. Incredible. I mean, I think that's got to be the best free kick of the tournament. No doubt.
Yeah. Arthur Masuaka, take a bow on that one. That was a fantastic free kick. And it's interesting, like you said, because he saw the goalie cheating a little bit, but still, it has to be a perfectly placed free kick, and that's a hard one to execute, despite
because it comes in with pace. If you loop that in, the goalie has enough time to come back, right? Because he's not that out of position. It's just the pace at which he hits it, and in that near corner, it's incredible. The goalie doesn't have time to react to it.
Yeah. I think the other teams got to watch out. I know Mali and Ivory Coast, whoever makes it through, will probably be the favorite in this match against the Congolese. But don't sleep on this team. This is a team that's punching up way above their weight.
I mean, you can't sleep on any team in this tournament. That's the lesson we've learned. If there's one lesson we've learned, fans of any team, whether it's Ivory Coast, Mali, Nigeria, favorites, not favorites, don't sleep on your opponent. And if you're the underdog, you can pull the upset, because this tournament has been incredible, upset after upset. And every time we think we know what's going to happen next, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's been a fantastic tournament, and it'll continue onwards through to the semifinals. Fantastic first round of matches in the quarterfinals. Congratulations to the Congolese, and of course, very special congratulations to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Like we said, you got to take advantage. This is the time. If you all are enjoying these videos, please go ahead and subscribe, like the video, and hit the notification icon. We'll be covering the rest of the African Cup of Nations. And look, I think it's been a fantastic tournament, and excited to see where it goes.
Keep soaring.
Keep soaring, Eagles. Keep watching the beautiful game, and let's go.